I had a crummy day, but we're changing it around at 10:29 at night because it's never too late to have a good day. I'm loving this top with the sleeve. All right. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. Today's video, we're gonna talk about concealers. Those I'm talking about today are definitely some of my favorites. They are mostly drugstore, but I do have one high-end. So let's start with the drugstore ones and then we'll move up to our high-end. I'm going to talk about them in not any particular order, just drugstore and then my high-end. The first concealer that I'm going to mention is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. With this one, it definitely has to be set. So if you are okay with that, I think it's a very nice concealer and it gives you really nice coverage. It's not my all-time favorite at the drugstore, but if this is your price point and you want something that is good and that's going to give you a nice coverage, this is really nice. Alright, so the next concealer is like my favorite concealer ever. And it's at the drugstore, so that makes it just even more amazing because you know I love drugstore makeup. I love affordable makeup. My favorite thing on the planet. So my favorite concealer ever, L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer. This is more of a drier formula. So once I put this on, I'll get a little bit of creasing. I'll kind of pat that into my skin and I don't worry about it ever again. I might reapply, I'll wear it all day and I won't even worry about it. And maybe if I'm going out to dinner or doing something after, I might reapply just to kind of give it some life again. But I feel like it does a really nice job of giving me really beautiful coverage. Am I wearing this today? I am wearing this today. Just really beautiful coverage that I don't have to set. I hate setting my concealer. So to my last drugstore concealer that I really enjoy is the Flower Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Now, it says it's full coverage concealer. So it says it's a full coverage concealer. I would definitely say that my L'Oreal one has a lot more coverage than this one, but this one is still very beautiful. I feel like it makes my under eyes look a lot more hydrated than maybe the L'Oreal one will. But in saying that, it has I just don't find it to be full coverage, but not enough that I feel like it bothers me. I still think it looks really pretty under the eye. It's just more, to me, a more hydrating formula. So depending on what you like for under your eyes, kind of just depends on what kind of concealer. So if you're into more of a hydrated look but you still want some coverage, this is a really beautiful one. If you like more of a drier formula and full coverage, try the L'Oreal. For something that's not expensive but that is good quality and it's going to give you nice coverage, that's when the Wet n Wild would come in. So I just wanted to give you different options, especially just at the drugstore, of really great concealers that you could find at different, depending on what needs you want. And then my one high-end product, and I've struggled with concealers for a long time because of my dark circles, and this is the first concealer that I have found that I put it on and I'm like, oh my god, this looks really nice. I don't have to set it and it just looks beautiful under my eyes, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape. This thing is I think I read something crazy, like one is sold every like 12 seconds or something crazy like that. But it's really, really nice. Now, it is a drier formula, so if you're not into that, just know. It's just great, man. Like, it is full coverage. Like, if you will not see your dark circles with this. Like, this thing is crazy. Is that annoying? Can you hear that? It comes with this one. I got like this is my second one that I got, and it comes with a little flamingo. That's adorable. I fell in love, and I still love this concealer. But now that the L'Oreal is out and about, which is to me a really, really like dupe for this one, this has become, because of price point, like it's the same, to me it's the same thing. It does exactly the same thing. It gives me the same amount of coverage. It looks exactly the same on the skin. Wands look similar. So that's probably why I probably won't purchase the Tarte one, even though I love it so much. But it's one of those things, like, why am I gonna spend my money when I can just buy the L'Oreal one and it does exactly the same thing? Should we do a recap? Let's do a recap. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, it is very inexpensive, but it has good quality. You do have to set it. I find it to be a little too creamy, so you have to set it or it's just going to be like a creasing mess. But for the price range and the quality, good stuff. What was the next one? L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. If you are into full coverage concealer that you don't have to set, this is fantastic. And the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. More of a hydrating formula, but I don't feel like I have to set it. But nice coverage. Not full coverage, but nice coverage. And then the last but not least, the Highend is the Sharp. It is the Shape Tape from Tarte. Full coverage. It sets beautifully by itself, and it blends nicely. They all blend really great, but just if you're into full coverage, Tarte Shape Tape. Because I've struggled with concealer for so long, especially with my dark circles, that these are kind of my standout products that I have found to really give me nice coverage, and I like the way they look on my skin. I hope that gave you a nice variety and it was entertaining, somewhat educational. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!